Good day, everyone. My name is Amina, and I'm going to be the anchor for this segment of POV. And sitting down with us today is Mrs. Hadiza Isma El-Rufai, an architect turned writer, a creative mentor, and the woman behind the Isma El-Rufai Foundation. She's known for her calm wisdom, sharp wit, and yes, her legendary Twitter corrections. But today we get to meet the real person behind these titles. We're going to meet the woman who is soft-spoken and calm and also shows us that stories can be activism. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for being on our show. And I just want to know how you feel being here today.
Oh, I'm very happy to be here today. Okay. So I have to thank you for having me on. Yeah, it's nice to know that people want to know a bit more about me.
Yes, so, yeah. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. So we're going to start off with a warm-up exercise. So, you know, we have a lot of Gen Z slangs right now. We have we have clocky, we have omo, we have spill the tea. What is the tea? So if you had to describe your work in one of these Gen Z slangs, what would it be? For means like it's cute, your work is cute, or like omo, it's hard, or like tea, like there's always a lot of gist going on in the job. So what would you choose for that?
It certainly will not be omo because the work is not hard. I enjoy doing what I'm doing.
Yes, ma'am.
So I guess it's tea.
Okay, so there's a lot of gist going on. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. So that's the first. Okay, that's our first question. So today our segment really is about positioning you as the real role model for young people. We want to know, what was the first risk that you took that really determined how your career came along? What was one big risk that you took, and if it paid off?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Yes, one big risk that I took, I guess, you know, I've had quite a long life. I'm 65 years old now, so
we need to celebrate that.
Yeah, it's not something that you can just say, put your finger on one thing. Yeah. I've taken many risks in my life, but I guess one of the things is starting the Isma El-Rufai Foundation. You know, I of course started it in honor of my daughter, my late daughter, and I think it has paid off because through that I've had the opportunity of meeting very young people and nurturing them, which is something that I find very, very satisfactory doing.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. To think that you thought that one of your biggest tricks was the Isma El-Rufai Foundation. I'm not a beneficiary of the Isma El-Rufai Foundation, so I'm like, oh my God, that was one of the most amazing things you must have.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Yes, Ma. Thank you very much, Ma.
Many places I meet young people that say they have gone through the Isma El-Rufai Foundation, either as our creative writing workshops, or also the literary evenings that we do as a month at the foundation.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you very much, man. So the next thing we're going to talk about is inspiration. You know, right now I know you're my inspiration to do a lot of things, but I want to know, growing up or right now in your journey, who was one person that really inspired you to become this version of yourself?
Like the former CJN, Aloma Mukhtar. I've always admired her because I think she's a woman that knows what she wants and she goes for it, and it has worked very well for her.
So she takes chances.
Yes, exactly.
So we should take chances.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, of course. Okay, thank you very much, Ruma. For our next question, I personally, as a young person, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers right now can relate to this, it's that we are so scared of failure that we don't even want to try. And we need to hear that, you know, people like you have tried and failed and kept moving. So what was one thing that you failed at, and then you kept going and you worked out? And what is your advice to young people who are scared of failure?
Well, I've tried some things in my life that I have absolutely failed at. But it's not like I kept going and it worked out in the end. I realized that this is not what it's not what I should be doing. So sometimes failure teaches you lessons. It doesn't mean that whatever you start, you must see it through. There was a time in my life when I thought I could become a trader, that I could buy stuff and sell. It totally did not work out because people would just take my stuff and I didn't have the, I don't know, I don't want to say the guts or whatever, or the hardness to really insist that you must pay me. And of course, the business didn't work out. But I didn't say I must continue regardless. I realized that, you know, we're all different. You know, we have different temperaments. So immediately I realized this is not it for me. And I stopped it completely. So I would say that's a failure, but the failure taught me some things. It taught me that it's not everything that one must do. You have to know what is good for you. You have to know yourself very well. You have to know your personality so that you know exactly what you need to do.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So the next question I'm going to be asking you is, at what point, with all of these many hats and the titles and the paths that you had taken, at what point did you feel like giving up, and what did you do?
I have not given up on many things, because after that experience, I realized that I have to do what I enjoy doing, you know. And okay, I'm an architect by training. I once worked as an architect. I had a firm, but that is also something that I gave up because it's not really what I wanted to be doing. What I want to be doing, I realize, is working with young people, nurturing them, you know, supporting them, especially in the area of creative writing. You know, I think we need to encourage our young people, especially in the North, to write. We need to write more of our stories because, like they say, if you don't tell your own story yourself, someone will go and write it and tell it on your behalf, and you may not like it.
Definitely. Well, now that we've said a lot of all the serious things, let's go to Twitter. Let's talk about Twitter, because you've become famous on Twitter for correcting people, and maybe that is not the idea you want young people to see. Maybe there is a bigger story to it, a bigger picture to it. So aside, you know, just correcting them word for word, as they like to put it, what exactly is the message you're trying to pass to young people through Twitter?
The fact that young people these days cannot even, some, not all, cannot even write a proper sentence. And really, it's not a joke, because when you go for a job interview or you write a memo, you know, the way you structure your sentences, what you say, your spelling, it says a lot about you. So I think it's good for young people to take this seriously. And it's not just about English language. I think whatever language it is, do it. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. So it's not like I just like to correct, but even when you think about it, what's wrong with correcting people? I don't mind being corrected. I also make mistakes, even English language mistakes. And if you correct me, it's fine, because I will learn. You know, I don't know. That was one of my greatest surprises when I started this Twitter thing. I didn't think if I, you know, I was so shocked to see that if I corrected someone, they get offended. There's nothing to get offended about. We can't all know everything.
No one knows it all.
No one knows it all. So I too, I can be corrected, and if I confirm that what you're saying correct, I say thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that, but now I do, and I appreciate it. So I guess maybe they think you're coming from a point of saying, oh, I'm better than you. It's not that at all. Because I too make mistakes, that's it.
On Twitter, what's the strangest or weirdest response you've gotten from, you know, saying something, telling people to do something the right way, or correcting? What's the strangest or weirdest thing you've gotten?
You know, unfortunately, because of my surname and the fact that my husband is well known, I find it ridiculous that when I say something on Twitter that has absolutely nothing to do with politics, people just jump in and start, you know, take it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm not at all interested in politics at all. I'm not interested in politics. So I just ignore them, you know, because whatever I say, whatever I write, people just ascribe that to one thing or the other. You know, me, I really don't care about politics. I mean, I just say what I want to say. That's it.
Okay, you exercise your freedom of speech.
Exactly.
Now that we've almost come to the end of the segment, we know we have positioned you as a strong woman. That is how we like to see you, and we want to know, when you're away from all of the noise, from all of the work, from all of the things that you know you have to do on a daily, what's that one thing that's your soft life moments that you just want to be a baby girl, you just want to go and rest and relax? So what's that
Yes,
one
funny
activity?
enough, I like being alone.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I like being alone in my room, maybe with a book, because I've realized that I'm really the quintessential introvert.
Oh.
People might not think
I
so.
would definitely
Yeah,
think
people
so.
might not think so, but I know what I am. It's not like I don't like socializing. I like to socialize, but I don't want to be with people or in a noisy place all the time. Whenever I have an outing, I like to go back to be alone, recharge.
Yourself, yeah.
Exactly.
Your social battery has died.
Yeah, exactly. So I need to recharge it, and that's the way I recharge it, by being alone.
Okay, so Ma, this is going to be our final question for the day, and we want you to be very honest with us. So, is there a particular Gen Z quality or trend that you secretly love, but you would not admit?
I don't know about the secretly there.
Okay.
I don't know about the secretly there, but one thing I like is that they're able to express themselves and live their authentic lives. I think that is very, very important, because we only have this one life to live. Many of us, I'm a baby boomer, many of us, maybe when we were growing up, we wanted to be something else or do something else from what was expected of us, but we didn't have the guts to do that. And I think the young people now have that, they have that guts or the belief to just be who they want to be, and I think I admire that a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Mal, for being on POV. It's been such a pleasure. We're so grateful that you responded honestly and openly, and we'll be going into our next segment now, which is the game section. Thank you very much.
Okay.